Hello there, and welcome to Screen in 7, where we review films in 7 minutes or less with me, your clever critic. Today I'd like to cover two films in a similar vein to last week in the fact that they are both horror films, but this time they are more cerebral in nature and are for an older audience. The two films I would like to cover today are Event Horizon and Oculus. The first film was made back in 1997 and was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. Event Horizon proves to be a more nuanced work than the director's work on the Resident Evil series later in his career, and it's not based on a video game. Event Horizon centres around a unique ship with a unique engine. The Event Horizon is a ship that has been lost for 7 years and has only just come back into contact with the company that made it through a transmission. A rescue ship is sent to find out where it has been for 7 years and why it has disappeared. This ship is headed by Captain Miller, played by Lawrence Fishburne, and the doctor who created the ship and its unique propulsion system, played by Sam Neill. The film has several strengths. First of all, its practical effects. The close interiors of the film are heavily practical, and this looks far more impressive than the CG elements. Most notably, a corridor, or I should more say an air vent, completely covered in circuit boards, proves particularly impressive. The CG is dated, however, this is from 1997, and films made slightly later, for example 1999's The Mummy, look far less impressive than these effects do, which is fairly surprising. The film's other great strength is its acting. Lawrence Fishburne hands in a very nuanced performance as a captain who has had previous issues with his crew and therefore cares deeply about his current crew. Unfortunately, his backstory is fairly clunky, and the expositional scene used to explain it really could have done with a further rewrite. The film on a whole is a little bit more bombastic than maybe traditional horror films you'd be used to. However, I believe it is a very solid effort and well worth a watch. Our second film takes a very different approach, a more slow-burning approach, which does advantage it. This film is called Oculus and was directed by Mike Flanagan in 2013. Oculus is based around a brother and sister named Tim and Kaylee. Tim and Kaylee came across the mirror when they were young. Their parents bought it while moving house, and it caused their parents to go insane, their mother to become a danger to herself and to her children, and the father to become sketchy and violent, killing the mother and almost killing the kids, to the point where the son must kill the father to protect him and his sister. This results in him being placed into a mental facility and the daughter being placed into foster care. We've joined them 11 years later, upon the release and 21st birthday of the younger brother. The sister, through her antiques job, has managed to find the mirror and decides, upon convincing the brother, that they will kill the mirror and prove that it caused the murder and the insanity of their parents. The film also has a strength within its acting, with very strong performances from both Tim and Kaylee as adults and as children. The child actors in this film are very impressive, being as strong as their older counterparts. Their older counterparts are now rightly more famous. Karen Gillingham, playing Kaylee, and Brenton Thwaites, playing Tim, are now both larger film stars. The film itself also has excellent cinematography. The dual aspect of this is what makes the film so unique. Both experiences with the mirror are intercut, sometimes with a younger and older version of a character being on screen at the same time, or quickly swapped between. The film itself proves that the uniqueness of the villain allows an opportunity to create this unique duality, and cutting between the old and the new creates a unique visual style which helps the film become the excellent example it is. The film's tension is also held by an exceptional score, with a pulsing undertone creating an oppressive atmosphere within the house and around the mirror. It does, however, occasionally suffer from prioritising cinematography over the script. This only happens occasionally and doesn't hurt the viewing experience, but for such an excellent film, I have to nitpick a little bit. If I was going to pick between these two films, I would pick Oculus. I think it's the more polished film, I think it's the more nuanced film, and I think that it is more original in its concept and execution. However, if you want something slightly lighter, as Oculus can be a little bit heavy, I would go with Event Horizon. I hope you've enjoyed these reviews, and I hope you comment down below and tell me what you think of the films once you've watched them, and I hope you join me next week for another 2 reviews. Goodbye.